Hello, Futties. Welcome along to your latest dose of FIFA Ultimate Team goodness. We are Foot in Review, powered by footcoaching.com, your number one independent foot-based podcast. My name is Dan Wimbush. I'm joined tonight by the King of the North, the man with more nicknames than we've had promos this year, Ingve. He'll be joining us very shortly indeed. Or if you're watching the video, you can see him in the waiting room right now, but there's so much to get into on today's show. It is Friday, June the 23rd. Shapeshifters Team 2 is upon us. So let's dive right in. Ingve, how are you, my friend?
I am good. I'm good. I've had a good kebab and I'm ready to go. So I'm not hungry, and I'm in a good mood for now.
Yeah, your kebab was basically delivered by EA Sports, wasn't it? Because you've had compensation kebab tonight.
I had compensation kebab today, so it was a good day and kind of made money as well. Got twice the price order, twice the amount, and a free voucher for £8 as well. So it's been a good day so far.
You're no better than somebody that's managed to get Team of the Season moments Neymar and is now going to get their compensation pack. So you've won at real life. Well done today. But you. Look, let's get into Shapeshifters Team 2, Ingve. Some really expensive players. Speaking of vouchers, I think you're going to need more than a few kebab vouchers to get Ousmane Dembele. 15 million coins for this man. You've also got Garrincha up at nearly 10 million coins as well, and a pair of Etos around the 4 to 5 million mark. Which of the three would you love to have the most?
Yeah, that's a good question. Probably Dembele, since he's 5-star, and I usually like his cards quite a lot. So I wouldn't mind the Garrincha one as well, of course. That's nice. And I see that Eto is double 5-star as well, so he could be really fun to use, I guess. So I would be happy with either one of them would be perfect. So, but I'm not very hopeful of getting any of them, at least not in packs.
Yeah, the pack weight remains very, very meager, very slim. EA have not loosened the reins as we've got towards the end of this game cycle. Maybe around about the time they're asking for pre-orders for EAFC, they'll loosen the purse strings. But for now, good luck if you can get your hands on one of these cards. I mean, Garrincha, I played against him today. I can't remember, it was the World Cup version or the Prime version. He just has a weird running animation that seems to allow him to pull away from players. So I'm sure he'll cause plenty of problems. Samuel Eto'o as well. Love the look of either of those cards. Would gladly take them into my team as well. If you get away from the icons again and back into the actual shapeshifter players, we've had a couple of position moves, and I keep calling him Antonio Martial. I've done it all year and on stream. Anthony Martial, 2.2 million coins for a centre mid 97 rated card. And then a real shapeshift here, Ingve. Frankie de Jong has moved to a CDM position. How wacky from EA.
He can also start centre back though, so his normal card was only centre mid, so kind of shapeshifter thingy. But the card looks really good though. I wouldn't mind getting that Frankie de Jong card. He looks pretty good.
Yeah, both fantastic cards. I mean, Martial as well. The shooting might let this card down. He's got only 86 in the shooting department as well. The composure's up at 92, which is nice. I suppose you can boost it. It's just the 80 finishing that really lets it down. The shot power at 91, positioning at 86. This isn't going to be one that you're really going to be able to fudge into a striker position, Ingve. I think you'd have to play him kind of as a winger or maybe a cam.
The Martial one, he can start right mid, so I would probably use him as a winger because 97 crossing, that's a player after my heart. 5-star weak foot is perfect, so he can probably roam on either side and put in crosses for days, which suits me. 99 curve, of course, is a nice bonus as well. So 99 vision, 99 short passing, he would slot right into the Ingve meta, cross for days.
Yeah, look, you're going to put him on one wing, you're going to put David Beckham's team of the year icon on the other, and then you're just going to put W9 in the middle, and you'll be absolutely fine. Or should I say, you'll be putting Manuel Neuer in between them, Ingve, because as well as having, your traditional meta cards, EA have gone for the wacky route in this team. We have got lots of goalkeepers that have been given outfield positions, and one outfield position player that's been made a goalkeeper. Neuer is the big talking point of this team. I think he's the best looking goalkeeper. Although Grandpapa Mac, who has written in our Discord, our question section, again, head to patreon.com/footinreview if you want Discord access. He's written, sorry guys, but Neuer is a striker. What a load of old store, high in transit poop, to be polite on a family-friendly show. Ingve, throw the pros and cons of this card at us.
Well, he's good for links. He can start as a striker, center forward, left mid, left winger. Of course, he has 5-star skill and 4-star weak foot. He has a unique body type, so I have absolutely no clue how he's gonna kind of behave in game. Since he's 6'4", so I would say, of course, target man size with 99 jumping, 99 heading accuracy. So 97 positioning, 97 finishing, 94 composure. So in theory, he should be able to score a few goals. 99 strength and 99 aggression is not bad either. High attacking, medium defensive work rates, of course, very nice. He has the power header trait, and he has the finesse shot, leadership, and he also has the goalkeeper long throw. Rushes out of goal and comes across the straight, so I don't know how that's going to affect him in game. But on paper, he looks like a really good target man, but how he performs, that I am not so sure of.
I mean, what do you think overall, though? We had this kind of discussion with myself and Nath just over a week ago now. Are you a fan of EA giving us these kind of really random, wacky shape-shifting positions, or do you just think, I don't really like playing with those players, even if they are good?
I'm fine with the outfield players, but I'm not so sure about these goalkeepers. But the good thing is, you know me, I've been complaining about goalkeepers and reactions. They finally got their reactions upgrade. So maybe if you put them back in goal, you never know if they're going to perform like crazy. That's also worth trying, maybe. Start them as and there's Neuer as striker and swap him with the goalkeeper that's in the team and see how that goes. It could be a really interesting experiment. Outfield players, okay. Goalkeepers, not so much big of a fan. I don't mind outfield players being a goalkeeper because you have, players like Kyle Walker that went into goal and had a few minutes with a few saves in a match a few years ago. So that's kind of okay-ish as well. But we also have Pepe Reina, and we have the Vanya
Milinkovic-Savic,
yeah, as well, into his brother position, I guess. So, but that
finally run that all Millie Savic midfield that everyone's been dreaming of.
Double SMS, midfield. So, yeah, I wouldn't. It would be fun to see Yashin with the hat running as a striker or something. That would be fun. Then I would have probably get that card just to see him running with the hat. That would be pretty awesome. Just for fun, though. I don't know how it's gonna perform in game, but I would love it for the laugh. Yeah.
Yeah. Look, I can't see myself running a team with Neuer up front. I think he's currently 1.2 million coins. Whether that will drop, I don't know. But I'm not. Yeah, it's just not for me. I try and, as much as I love having fun on FIFA, and I do, I think ultimately I do want to build an ultimate team, and I just have a hard time running around with a 6'4" Manuel Neuer being my main striker. Maybe it's a bit of fun to bring off the bench, but it's not for me. But yeah, Milicevic available as an SBC. You can get him done for 150k, and Reina you can get done fairly easily in objectives. So have your pick of goalkeepers. You did mention, though, about reactions there on goalkeepers. There is one player they've moved from defence into goal, and that is Cabrera, Uruguayan player for Espanyol. He's now got a goalkeeper's card. I don't know if this is 100% accurate, but Footbin at the moment has him on 99 reactions. So he could be a stealth choice for a really good goalkeeper.
That sounds interesting, yeah. If those reactions are real, then he could, in theory, be the best goalkeeper in the game. So could be a hidden gem actually for 40k.
Yeah, he's got the crown as well, so he gets your hero links.
Oh yeah, that's awesome. And he got well, he has the long throw in for players. I don't know if that means that he has the goalkeeper long throw as well. That's an interesting one. And dives into tackle, maybe that's rushing out or saves with feet. I don't know, but we could discuss this for ages, I guess. But I might try. I might have a look at him for that price.
I'll give him a rollout instead of to statue, who has not covered himself in glory in my latest weekend league run.
Yeah.
But the other real hidden gem, to the point of, this is an annoying one, Ingve, because I looked when this player was released and thought I need to go and buy him, and then thought maybe he drops in price. Unfortunately, it's gone the other way and he's got extinct. Olivier Giroud, extinct at 130k at the moment, 90 rated centre back position. Tell me what is wrong with this card, because to me, with a shadow chemistry style, this is one of the very best defenders on the entire game.
Yeah, well, if you might be able to snipe him for 130 before his range goes up. That's one thing. If you put a shadow, as you said, he's 97 rated as center back, left-footed, 4-star skimmer, 4-star weak foot, great. Medium attacking, high defensive work, perfect work rates as well. High and average, which is nice for a center back. And 88 stamina is more than enough for a center back as well. Long passing is probably the worst thing about the card, but 87 short passing should be fine, I guess. So now you got the perfect height for center back as well, so he could be really good. 78 agility might not be ideal, but I still think he will be more than fine. 95 composure, of course, wonderful. So 96 reactions, 99 heading, actually 99 jumping, 99 strength, 96 aggression. So he could be pretty good in game, actually.
You can even, to be fair, you can even lob a hunter on this card, and it's still a half decent striker. Maybe not for this point of the season. You're wanting, low 80s, isn't great in finishing and shot power, but still very serviceable if you're looking to throw someone up there in the dying moments. I'm definitely going to give him a run out. But anybody else in this second team? I know there's one man you want to talk about, but before we get to the pigeon, anybody else that you want to highlight from this team?
I want to highlight, I love the dynamic for the cam card for Emmanuel Petit. I love the hat he has on that. I have to comment on that. That looks really, really nice. And I need to mention Riquelme because we've kind of waited a few years for a decent card for him. And now he finally looks like he's going to be at least somehow usable. You can start him as left back, left wing back, or left midfield. I think maybe I would use him as start him as a left midfielder and maybe move him more centrally. He could be a good CDM with medium attacking, high defensive work rates. If you throw an anchor on him, makes him lengthy as well. So he should be very usable then with great passing. Very good defensive stat, great physicality, and good pace, of course. So 5-star skill moves, 4-star weak foot. So outside foot shot trait, flare, long throw in. So finally a usable card for him. That's just nice.
He's usable, although he falls into the Spinazzola trap for me, Ingve, in the left back with a right foot. And 4-star weak foot, I'm sure he's not going to be really bad. I just think, why not give him the 5-star weak foot if you're going to do this? And I think that is probably going to what's contributing to this low price, because otherwise, like you say, there's nothing wrong with this card whatsoever. It's a really good, as you say, he's a lengthy 95 rated left back with an anchor on it. But again, for some of us, and this is the time of the year where you have to be, well, you don't have to be, but you can be really snobby, because there are so many good options. Why you would put yourself out of joint and just have that slight hesitation of being on that wrong foot. But yeah, he's half usable, but I think he is at the moment the cheapest player in this team, other than unless you count Well, yeah, I mean, he is cheaper than Giroud because Giroud's extinct. Other players as well. Seedorf's got a CDM card. We mentioned Petit's got 2 cards out. And there is a Wilfred Zaha who's been given a right back card, but he does have the crown on. So the Ivory Coast links aren't going to be quite as much of a problem. That's usually been a problem with one of Zaha's cards. Still 5-star skill moves, 4-star weak foot, but looks a decent right back option for the Premier League as well. We mentioned the Cup, Ingve. The Cup is back, and there's another player you can unlock through it.
Yeah, but we're not going to talk about.
Of course, we've got the pigeon to talk about. Go on then, hit us up with some Richarlison info.
We have the bus driver Richard Arlison. Richarlison with his 7th promo card since last April. He's had a flashback card, transfer moments, ones to watch that got no upgrades, World Cup stories, moments card, shapeshifter. And the last, I think, performance-based card for Richarlison was on FIFA 20 when he got a Team of the Season card. So I don't know. I know for sure someone at EA loves him a lot because I can't see any other reason to release him with so many cards on each FIFA. I don't mind 1 or something like that, 2 at the stretch, but when you have 7 cards over 2 versions of FIFA in a year, I think that's a bit too much for me. It's not that he has a huge legacy of greatness. He had a good goal in a World Cup, a nice, very beautiful goal. But he's probably a big Everton hero. But select someone else from Tottenham, please. Then Richarlison.
He's well known for promoting. I see on his social media, he's talking about like FIFA quite a lot. So that probably helps his case. I agree. I mean, he's had a rotten year for Spurs, and he's fallen out. Antonio Conte was quite critical of him, but he fits into that Atal and Renato Sanchez mold. It doesn't matter what they do; they will just give him promo cards. And, if you take away that aspect, I mean, he is a 5/5 card. It is a really nice looking card.
Yeah, but they don't give that many promo cards to Atal and the other usual suspects either. So I don't know why he is like kind of the special one, this chosen one. I don't know. The card is not bad at all.
He knows where the lockbox is, Ingve. He knows where the secrets are.
Could be. As I said, I'm not a big fan of him in real life because he's done some stuff towards Liverpool supporters that I made fun of, which I didn't like. So he doesn't seem like a very likable guy for me, at least. So he said he would love to play for Real Madrid, but I think he should maybe adjust his ambitions a little bit.
Real Madrid B.
Well, I think he might struggle there as well. So
needless to say,
I'm sorry to Spurs fans. I've got nothing against Spurs fans at all. They are a great club with good traditions. So, but I am no fan of Richarlison. Sorry.
So, needless to say, Richarlison will not be appearing on Foot in Review anytime soon. After hearing that, he's...
No, we might struggle. I'm sorry. I hope you can forgive me, Richarlison. You're welcome to come on the podcast and discuss with me and make things right. I don't it'll happen.
So, moving on from the pigeon, back to another player that gets loads of promo cards without actually doing an awful lot. Guendouzi is available should you go through the Shapeshifters Cup. But to go through the Cup, Ingve, you're going to have to jump through some unusual hoops as well.
Yeah, you have to do that, unfortunately. That's one I kind of struggle with as well. First of all, it's a cup that's okay, but it's capped to 5 matches a day, which I am no fan of. Of course, I've been complaining a lot of times about this. And you have to use 3 goalkeepers in your starting lineup in 10 wins. And I don't see why you should have to use a goalkeeper to unlock a center back. I would understand if you had to use goalkeepers to unlock the the goalkeeper that's a striker that you can also unlock that we're going to talk about soon as well. So it's kind of I'm struggling to kind of compute the need to use goalkeepers to unlock him though, but they probably don't want to make him easy to get. Card looks good, of course. Center back, and he can also with his stats go play CDM fine, I guess. So very good stats on the cards. So
the biggest
double
joke,
5-star.
The biggest joke of all of this, Ingve, is once again EA have just set up a scenario in a friendly mode where what's going to happen? You're going to load into a game and someone's going to pause instantly and sub their two goalkeepers off. So literally, what is the point? Now, in FIFA 21, we had goalie wars, didn't we? We had that mode where you had to have 11, you had to have a squad full of goalkeepers. That made sense because everybody was in the same boat of having a terrible team.
Yep.
This is just utterly, utterly pointless because it's max chem. And people will literally, in fact, you're silly and you're going to be cutting your nose off to spite your face if you don't pause it straight away and bring on two outfield players. So it's just an absolutely pointless objective. I do not know who's coming up with these things. It's just bad. It's just bad. It's badly thought out. And given the myriad of mistakes we've had from EA lately, I can't say I'm surprised. But yeah, I mean, Guendouzi, nice enough card, as you say, to unlock, but the method of doing it, pointless.
And when it's a capped mode as well. So if they made it 20 matches a day, okay, then the cap thing is, I'm fine with that. But when there's 5 matches, there are people that's not going to be able to unlock this card that are struggling to use normal players as well. So, and subbing, you might not be able to, it's max chem, I think. So that, of course, will help. But, I don't like those cap modes and pausing at start, and it's going to bring a lot of people going to be toxic if you don't quit when they score, and you know how it goes. So,
well, look, if you don't want to go through that to get Guendouzi, as you mentioned, you can go through a much easier path to get a Liverpool legend, Pepe Reina, into your team, who has been given a 92 striker card with a 5-star weak foot and 4-star skills. Looks actually a really cracking card. Finesse shot trait as well, Ingve. And all you really have to do is, the hardest bit is win 7 squad matches on minimum semi-pro difficulty while having 3 La Liga players in your starting 11. So, and other than that, it's going to take you a maximum of 7 games to get this card done, but you should get this done completely naturally.
Yeah, you can do it in Rivals or in Foot Champs as well. So if you have, I think you need to have a score with a Spanish player in 3 separate matches, which is fine as well. And keep 2 clean sheets. That's, at worst, you can do those 2 in squad battles if you struggle in Rivals and Weekend League. So it's very easy to do it. And I'm kind of disappointed in this card because, Pepe Reina, when he was at Liverpool, he actually played as a centre mid in preseason friendly for 45 minutes, I think, because of injuries. So I would kind of wish he was a centre mid, but his stats says to me that he could slot in fine as a attacking centre mid with 95 short passing, 95 long passing, 94 vision. So he could be usable there as well, of course.
Yeah, like Manuel Neuer, he's got that unique body type as well. So it's a case of, I don't think anybody's going to be, you can't accurately, you're going to have to wait for the reviews to come in or use them yourself. Yeah. I might give him a crack. He looks all right. 96 rated striker with a hunter on. So I've been a fan of these, and, talking to players that are absolutely easy to unlock. I think we've had the easiest piece of fodder I've ever seen released this week in the upside down objective we had on Wednesday that replaced Silver Stars, Ingve, to get links. That's links to player rather than links. Although he has got a crown, so he does give you links. South African league, South African nationality. But I I don't know. I just didn't know what to make of it. I mean, it looks a fairly decent card. I think the composure lets him down in terms of these super juice cards at 88 rated, but all he had
Yeah.
to do was basically win 3 games in any mode. This was ridiculously generous from EA.
Yeah, that was very nice. I thought maybe that he was supposed to be a silver star because it was kind of silver star requirements without having to play the silver stars mode. So that was nice. And of course, he has the good crown link. So he links well so in any team. I've used him a little bit as sub. I wouldn't put him as a striker. Wide, he's fine to cross. But he missed a few sitters when I used him when he was more central. So fun card, very quick, usable. So it's free, very easy to do. So that's I'll give EA a thumbs up for that one.
Yeah, his first name being called Gift as well. Just
Perfect.
absolutely fits in with how easy Split was to do. Sorry, he plays in the Danish Superliga, not the South African league, but he is South African nationality. So GG's EA for that one. Olmore was a fan of getting a card for doing absolutely nothing. Cards, on the other hand, that are going to cost you a lot more than that, Ingve. We've had 2 Icon SBCs released over the past few days since you did the show with James Orlando and John on Tuesday. Again, highly recommend you go check out that show if you haven't already. The big one tonight, Ingve, David Beckham's Team of the Year card, which has held its value incredibly well ever since it was released. This one coming in now at 1.75 million coins. Is he still good enough?
I would think he's usable, but I don't think he is worth 1.7 millions. This card was released during Team of the Year, so it's like quite a few months old, this card. And I think the pack weight was so low, and that's what kept his value so high as well during this time, with all the position he could play in as well. So it's a good card, but I don't know if it's, I would say it's worth 1.7 millions at the moment.
Yeah, this one very much feels like if you're a big England fan or a big Man United fan, or you're a fan of Beckham, brand Beckham in general, it's still, I mean, Nathan used this card a lot after it was released. Our own rich Uncle Pennybags, Nathan Downs. He has the money to try anybody. And he really liked him. He kept going back to this card. I still think the stats are up there. I think, though, if you compared him to Bukayo Saka, for example, Ingve, I think Saka gives you basically the same, if not more, for a hell of a lot less. Again, this Beckham card only 4-4. But we're coming into the stage of the game where there is loads of fodder going to be around. This card is out until the end of August, so basically the end of the game. So I'm going to slowly grind this just because I did grow up in that Beckham era. I remember watching that goal against Wimbledon go in on the opening day of the, 96-97 season. So just for pure nostalgia reasons, I'll be getting this done. But yeah, I think this one feels a bit like the Marquisio Hero SBC, where he is a very good player, but not worth that compared to the alternatives that are around.
I agree. Completely.
And especially when you compare it to the other Icon SBC that was released this week, a player, nearly a third of the price of this SBC, Eric Cantona's Foot Birthday 5-star card released. It'll cost you around about 720,000 coins. This card seems to be a bit of a love or hate it amongst the community. I've seen lots of people be saying the guy's a truck, he still can't turn. And other people are saying, get the ball to this guy's feet, he'll do magic things in the box. And they love him.
I think a lot of it has to do with if you play on old gen or new gen. If you play on new gen, he's really, really good. And if you play on old gen, he's truck.
Yeah, I mean, have you got room in your garage for another truck, or are you going to be staying clear of this one?
It depends on if I get lots of dupes, I'll probably finish it. It's not a card that I'm going to run to unlock because it's not the type of player I need the most in my team after I packed the Lewandowski card. He does kind of strong striker type, even though it's not 5-star skill moves, but I don't use those that much, so I'll be fine. But it would be a nice card to have, of course. But I think I need other positions before I need the Cantona one. And Beckham, I don't know. I'm not actively gonna seek to unlock him, but you never know what happens when we get lots of repeatable 85 times 10 SPC. So it might be done in the end anyways. So
I was almost going to have to submit an edit request in there to John Ingve because you said before I go and unlock the Cant, and then I was like, "What is Ingve about to say?" And then you said Cantona, so it was fine. You completed the sentence absolutely fine.
Sorry,
it's like you've already driven Richarlison away from the show. How dare you diss King Eric?
No,
I really like this card. It's difficult because again, I want to get Beckham done. I want to get this card done. It's just waiting for that 85 by 10 repeatable at the moment. But I'm glad you brought up Lewandowski as well, because that was the card that I was going to compare this one to. And I think I'm in exactly the same boat as you. I have Lewandowski up front at the moment. Untradeable. So, and they're very similar. Lewandowski's a bit quicker as well off the mark. As you say, all that he's missing is that 5-star skill move. So I'll probably stick with it. But again, I have a soft spot basically for that late 90s Man United team. I know you're not going to have that soft spot as a Liverpool fan. But Cantona and Beckham, again, two of the players that when I was first getting into Premier League football that I absolutely love to watch, especially Cantona. So might try and get this done. Again, a piece of advice to everybody out there: go and get the bronze and silver sections of these icons done. Same with Zambrotta and all the ones that are released. Remember, they give you a tradable 2 gold rare player pack just for submitting a full squad of bronze rares. And bronze rares at the moment and silver rares are really easy to come by with all the upgrades around. So you never know what you might get out of those, and they're fully tradable as well. So definitely go and get that done. A couple of other players to round it off as well. We've had Samuel Umtiti, who did get a rather random position change. He's been moved to a left winger card, Ingve, 250k. Again, any interest?
The card looks interesting, but one thing I'm sorry, I probably sound stupid, but I'm probably problems understanding EA sometimes. The day before, they released the left winger links, and then day after, then this left winger Umtiti comes. I know it's objectives, I know the other one is SPC, but it's like it's too much of the same things. And I see pretty much everybody that plays against me has the Leao card in that position. So, of course, he can be a cheaper alternative to him. But from what I've heard, he plays like a center back playing left winger in real life. So it would be like you would put Harry Maguire on the left wing, kind of. So then that's not for me, even though the stats look great. So
yeah, there's always a catch. I think EA are very clever with how they price these SBCs, and I think that often tells you actually how good they are. Alex Sorloth, great example of that. You look at those stats and you think, oh, for 60k, what a defender. You then play with him and you realize why he's 60k. EA are not in the habit of giving you great players on the cheap, especially right now, maybe in a month or two when Futties are out. But I think the price generally tends to reflect how good these cards are, and I think that Umtiti card very much fits into that mold. And we did kind of mention it earlier, but Milinkovic-Savic has had the SBC out tonight again, moved from a goalkeeper into a centre midfield spot. I mean, this actually, again, looks like a really decent card. I think, again, compared to his brother that's also had kind of pace issues, this Milinkovic-Savic being, 91 acceleration, 90 sprint speed as well, he actually looks like a really good CDM if you're running a Serie A team.
Yeah, I agree. But you can also, if you look at his body type, he's high on average, so he's not going to be small. And he is 6'8" as well. So I don't know how he's going to be with those 5-star skill moves with that big, huge body. So with 82 agility as well. So that's going to be interesting to see. I'm going to look for a few reviews to make my mind up if it's worth doing or not. But of course, stats-wise, it looks really good.
He looks actually, to me, better as a striker, almost, Ingve, because if you throw Hunter on this card, Again, all of the shooting stats are in the 90s. You've got 96 composure in there as well. He'll have 99 pace. He's got 99 heading accuracy for a player, as you mentioned, at 6'8", and 99 jumping. We talked about having a target man.
Yeah.
Chuck a hunter on this card and throw him in at striker. And I think you'll have a decent little player, you know, especially with a power header and outside the foot shot trait. It might give him a run out. So, look, EA have done a hell of a lot wrong in the past few weeks. They've made some fundamental cock-ups. There's been more compensation even since the Tuesday show that you did. I don't even want to get into it at this point. I think we as a community are fed up with it. I don't think there's much more to say about this than EA need to use whatever colloquialism you want. It's not acceptable to be making so many mistakes and having such a backlog of compensation. I talked to you earlier and I was streaming, didn't I, Ingve, and sort of said, we're still waiting on our compensation. You were hopeful it was coming tonight. We're still sat here. I'm still waiting for Team of the Season packs that I opened, 8-9 days ago now?
Yeah. So I'm guessing that most people at EA are not going to work during the weekend fixing this, so probably have to wait mid next week now, which I think is way, way over time to fix something like this. But yeah.
EA are going to EA. I mean, Nick Run the Foot Market Power YouTube video talking about all this the other day, and he was highlighting how it took 19 days for the community team of this season pack to be rectified. So that kind of gives you an idea of some of the lead times we can have in waiting for this. But just to complete what I was going to say is EA have had a horrible few weeks. But I will say I think tonight's content is good, Ingve. I don't necessarily think that the way they've done the friendly mode is good, but the players you can get, the variety of players, you've got some really, really top tier meta cards. You've got some good low tier cheap beasts like your Olivier Giroud in there as well, your Petit cards. The objectives like Reina are really easy to get. So can't really complain too much with what we've had in terms of content. And again, the links the links objective as well in the week. So they have done some good things amongst the bad. But is there anything else you want to bring up on this week's show?
Yeah, if there's lots of XP to be unlocked. So if you've had the EA Play 3,500 XP claimed already, you should be quite close to unlocking the level 30 rewards if you do all the play 15 matches in any mode thing. And for me, I need 6,500 XP so I can unlock Tony Kroos if I want to. So or I can get the 3084 plus players pack, which I'm not going to select because my pack luck, it's either really good and then it's 3 months before the next good pull. So I've had a good pull now this week, so I will go for Kroos for sure.
Yeah, I'm really liking to look at Kroos. When this card was first released, I was worrying that they would release such good Shapeshifters cards that this would seem obsolete before you unlocked it. But actually, even with the team that they've released tonight, this card holds up really well. Yep. So I think I'm going to go for that as well. And I've seen, my 80, whatever it is, 84 by 25 level 20 pack was absolute garbage. So I'm with you on this. I'm just going to take the guaranteed pack, at least on the second account, which is pretty much my main account now. As the very fact, you guys talked about it last Friday, how EA taking away that extra 2 days in weekend league has really, killed off a lot of the hype for the game. And I think for me, certainly, I've found myself playing Championship Manager 97, 98 more than I have playing FIFA 23. But I'll talk about that on another show. But yeah, not too much else from me to talk about. Again, we've had lots of great shows out this week. Again, head back to Tuesday's show to listen to Ingve, James, and John. And there's a special bonus show being worked on as well by everybody over at Foot Coaching. So again, lots of things to get involved in. If you want to support the show, patreon.com/foot in review. Lots of great perks and benefits. We did a trading wrap-up show with myself and Shaq for our supporter tier and above patrons. Again, if you've listened to that trading show all year, we told you from day one, stock up your team of the weeks, stash them away, and at some point they're going to boom. What happened this week, Ingve? What did team of the weeks do?
Boom.
Boom. So yes, GG's if you followed that advice. They've gone up to around 25 to 30k each. As always, market scarcity drives up that demand. So hopefully everyone has cashed in their savings really well. Again, if you want to get better at the game, please inquire, send your queries over and maybe consider booking footcoaching.com. Lots of great programs available to suit your needs and your time. They're using literally cutting edge technology, programs and methods devised for real world football teams and of course esports as well, bringing that expertise in. So head over to footcoaching.com for all of the information on that. Ingve, where can people find you?
They can find me on Twitter at evgnoni. They can find me on the EA forums at LittleLan95, and of course our great Discord at LittleLan95.
Yeah, I am Wimby at most places, including Twitter and our Discord. You can watch me on Twitch at Wimby86. Not on as much as I would like. I did play some stream this morning, though, so I do pop up every now and again. Unfortunately, real-world responsibilities get in the way. But yeah, please show some love over there. It's very much appreciated. Thanks to all of you listening in. Again, if you've got time to leave that 5-star review on Spotify, Apple Music, wherever you listen to us, just spreading the word of the show is, it means the absolute world to us. We absolutely understand that people can't go the extra mile sometimes and help us financially, especially with what's going on around the world. But yeah, just showing us some love, liking tweets, leaving us reviews really helps us grow and increases that community as well. So thank you very much indeed. Stay tuned. The show will be back next week again with at least one show. We're going to be moving towards a bit of a summer schedule. I'm sure John will enlighten everybody as to some of the changes in the coming weeks. But Ingve, only one thing left for us to do.
Drop it.
We're going to drop it.
Drop it.
F-U-T. F-U-T. F-F-F-U-T. F-U-T. T. T. Interview. F-U-T.